Right. Azvina kumira zvakanaka muri yeZimbabwe. Paita nyaya panapa yandiri kusangana nayo isiri kundibata zvakanaka ende pandatoona zvinhu izvi ndafuti zvakakosha kuti zvimhanye kunge zvichida kuti zvitotaurwa because mangwana atidi kuti zvinhu zvizoita se zvizotanga kubuda nepamwe. Moti kuliye ndiwo wanga uri kupi sei usina kutaurira nyaya idzodzo. Nditoripo zvitori zvakatokosha nditodzitaura nhasi. Mrs. Chiwenga did not attend the National Heroes Burial today. This is very unusual. Reports suggest that Amai Chiwenga, who is also a colonel in the ZNA, was recently transferred from military intelligence MI to Commander Pools, a specific administrative section within the military. This is the situation right now. I don't know what exactly is going on, but yesterday there was a certain post, a letter yakasendwa kuna VP Chiwenga pachinzi imimi zvamuri kuita muri kutoti bhaizira big time. Pachinzi imimi nyaya yenyu yekuti munenge muchingonakirwa nemukadzi wenyu muchingobuda achingoposta kuti nhasi ndaenda kwakadai so, nhasi ndaenda kwakadai so, nhasi ndazodai so, azvinyatsofadza zvakanaka. So even today, I think yes, today atotaura futi certain words ye Kerina Mujati ari kuti zvoni 2026 hatisi kutambisa chokwadi, hazvina mhosva kuti uri mukadzi wani, hatisi kunyarana, mashoko angu haasi epwere. The image of Minnie Baloyi in my eyes, the Elizabeth Macheka of the unfolding political script standing beside your grandmother Zodwa Mkanda, is far from a casual snapshot. It reflects calculated proximity to influence and carefully staged aligned that speaks louder than the words. History, however, refuses to stay buried. The same Zodwa Mkandla has previously been linked to blah 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 blah. Zvakawanda yanzi akazodai dai pane munhu akaisira chakadai handisodori zvipfuure nemuromo mangu zvimwe zvacho zvinonetsa, but let me go back pane mashoko ane zuro akataurwa panapa pachinzi gore rekuudzana chokwadi panapa. Currently the same script is playing out full view. Minnie Baloyi presents an image of diplomacy and quiet composure to the political knife, yet beneath that image a growing concern about influence, priorities and intent, a visible appetite for luxury content, travel, curated appearances and indulgent settings stand in sharp contrast to Mukanya Chiwenga's pasine zvigananda slogans and a nation in distress. Ye associations with controversial figures such as Zodwa Mkandla deepens the unseen, exposing contradiction between image and reality. More troubling is the growing perception that Minnie Baloyi is not merely present but strategically positioned, shaping access, influence and isolating Mkanya Chiwenga from his fellow comrades who could offer grounded and honest advice. Why would Mkanya Chiwenga think it is okay and acceptable for him to be away on holidays whilst the nation is burning? ED is busy making strategic moves. Chiwenga is kept busy with nonsensical vacations. Urikuona mashoko aitaurwa na Kerina Mjatiwa. So inini ndikufeel out okay. I think ukona nyadza pane kamwe kakutachana kana kazoitika zvongono zvasvika kwaari zvamubhot. But why is she saying such words? And mimi Mr. Husband ndimanyorerwa, and what's your take on that? Because parikunzi iyu ari kungokipa murume angori busy achingotora mafoto achingoenda mavacation achingotamba vachiita sei achitotadzisa mamwe makomrade mamwe madhara kuti vasvike padhuze, mamwe magenerals, the likes of the late Geza vakawanda vanhu vacho mazita ari kutaura ipapo okuti hanzi zviri kutaza kuti vasvike padhuze vapanane maadvice chaiwo echirume, but busy uyu ari kungoita sei ari kungorarama life yake, ari kungoita zvekunakirwa nebhebhi. Ndo mashoko anga ari kutaurwa naKerina Mjati nyaya dziri kupisa idzo. Saka manje nhasi ndo pandakuona kuti ko uyu mukadzi haana kuenda kuHeroes Acre, why asina kuatenda burial? Vanosombofamba vese ende zvitomo zvati kumitira kunonzi kuti busy but arunza akabviswa pa certain position yanga ari intelligent kuzeti ma reasons iripo ndekuti anonyanya kutravela nemurume wake. Saka it's always good kuti vachinyatsofamba zviri flexible vachingobuda at any given time zvitoenda zvakadaro zvinenge zvato right zvato covered. Vamwe vachitoti aiwa kutoluseno kwaari kuitwa ikoko, vamwe vachiti aiwa ari kushandana ningi, uyu ari kushandana ari dangerous because iyeyo ndiye ari kuzoda kuzodai odai vari kukanganisa uyu kuti aite basa nemazvo. Mashoko ari kutenderedzwa nhasi. Saka ndangoti vedway zvimakuhwa izvi zvinoda kungoti gagagaga tobva tangozvimanyira, but I do not waste much of your time. Pana vanhu veZANU-PF vari kuzvambarana panapa. Rutendo Matunyarara netimu rimwe vari kunetsana zvokuti aish pari kutiburwa benzi. Rutendo Matunyarara ane nyaya dzake dzaari kutaura kadzi kuti anzi isusu tanga tiri kufamba gore rese raperere tichisimbisa vanhu kuti isusu tinenge tiri best tourism what tiri kuvhizitirwa nyika yedu iri kutoenda kumberi iri kutodisiyo, but akuzobuda tayo, but haya zvangu zvinhu zvingotaurawo, but hapana kumbofamba, hapana kwakusina mavisitors akawanda akuzvitaura izveso because akupikisana nethat thing che amendment number 3 chiri kuda kuitwa chebill number 3 chekunzi anzi vari kuovercome vari kunyanya kugarisa pabasa, alright, handiri kwazvona yakunyanya kuningirina welcome yacho anzi ari kuovercome welcome yake ndo zvanyanya, ari kuti he is sick and tired, but he is part of these guys. Saka ari kunzi koiwo wai wanga uri kubuda ofa tigore rapera uchisimbisa zvinhu izvozvo, why were you lying and wanga uchinyeba on behalf of who? Wainyeba kuti zviite sei? Because these guys ndoziva, I know them very well. Kutsvaga upfu kanzoti ninge chiri kupusha maworks amana, ninge chiri kusimbisa mudhara, ninge chiri kudaiswa anotariswa kuti pamwe one day anozongobudawo kana angava ni weeknewo kana any other guy achiti ninge chimbonoona Victor nebasa rauri kuita tariona, kana kuti ameno kana ivo madhara acho kungoti mambopromotewa ningi, you know, anything can happen kune political party yavo. So I want you guys to listen very careful pane this conversation iri kuitwa apa pachibvuraudzwa munhu ini nzeni nadzo iyo kana unadzo ngaterere tese.
Okay, Rutendo, had you landed?
I hadn't even made my point.
Okay,
right.
Go ahead.
So we're saying I have been one of the biggest defenders of this government, because what we are saying to people is we've got a leadership that seems to have a vision. Let's unite as a nation around them. Instead of us being divided, let's follow their lead and let's build the country. However, we also do that knowing that within a certain period of time, they will have done their share and they will have to move forward. So here where we are expecting the president to now leave power and move forward, he doesn't want to move forward. And some of us are now saying, no, there's an opportunity cost of having a president who allows such an amendment in the way that he wants to have it, that is going to destabilize the country, continuing to be in power when it's going to actually cost us as a nation. So that's why we're beginning to speak out, to say, Mr. President, we love you. We've rallied people behind you. We've spoken that people need to look at you as a leader that's about to take us somewhere, but you are staying a little bit longer than you're welcome. And there is no reason why you should stay longer than you're welcome, because you have been good, but not that good. That is why now we're saying that when we really look and start dissecting what he has done and what he hasn't done, we'll see that he actually hasn't done more than what he has done. And we don't want to get to that point, but he's bringing us to that point because of trying to force himself on us through ZANU-PF. We believe that there are other leaders, younger leaders, who are much more circumspect, who will make better decisions than the kind of decisions we're currently seeing, like the extension of this constitution in the manner that they want to extend it, that is going to actually put our nation at loggerheads. Now, Padare wanted to know, so why did you say all the things that you said before? Because we were supporting the president. We were supporting him within the limits of the time that we've given him, hoping that by the time that he has to go, he will go and allow other people to take things forward. But now he doesn't want to go. And this is bringing a threat to the nation. And if you remember, I was one of those staunch, when a leadership that is really mediocre wants to impose itself because it says it's the only leadership that can govern. Yeah, look, guys, the truth of the matter is that we are number one tourist destination. Yes, we've got beautiful tourist destinations, but I traveled the whole of Harare during Christmas. I went to Nyanga. I was also in Kariba, Vic Falls. There were not many visitors. You went to Vic Falls, a lot of Kariba, a lot of the places were not even occupied.
Thank you.
The place I was staying is a very, very.
So why
very
were you not
place.
saying it then?
No, I was not saying.
Were you lying on behalf? Who were you lying on behalf of?
Let me continue. I was doing PR, and the PR was that we want people to believe.
Whose PR were you doing when you get to a place and you see it's not good, and then you say it's good?
I'm answering the question. We were doing PR because we want a united nation that is looking at one leadership to take us forward.
Oh, but come on, don't be ridiculous, Nintendo. So you're doing PR for the president lying about Zimbabwe?
No, this presentation is not being done for you.
No, I'm asking the question, real question. You actually drove to Inyanga, you drove to to Victoria
I
Falls, they
like the
drove to
question.
Kariba, lying on behalf
Padare,
of the president.
Padare, I like the question. And I think it's the question that he really needs to answer when he finishes the submission. But if he says something and we ask him, he says something, we ask him, then nothing is going to move on. I like the question and he needs to answer, but allow these 2 minutes of responding to finish. Then I'll allow you to ask the question.
Right. So when we are doing PR, we want to build confidence behind the narrative that our nation is doing well and that our nation is moving forward. And we want to bring the whole nation together with us. However, when a leadership that is really mediocre wants to impose itself because it says it's the only leadership that can govern and rule Zimbabwe, this is when a lot of us have to stand up and say, listen, there is an opportunity cost of having this same leadership continuing.
No, so
They have
Lieutenant,
not
it
really.
drove all that way
No,
for a
no,
mediocre
no,
president.
no, Padare. He has to finish. It's engaged. It's intrigued a lot of people. One, it's actually very original.